Hey guys, this is Nikki and welcome to my YouTube video. This is going to be a tutorial on how to make a easy liner wreath. I had seen these out on YouTube and gave them a try and it turned out really cute and they were easy to make, so I thought I'd do one and share what's worked for me. And as the name suggests, you'll need some easy liner. Now the one I'm going to do is going to be black and white. You probably want two colors because I found the alternating colors looks really good. So the one I'm going to do is going to be black and white. I've actually already cut the black and white. The other thing you'll need is a wire wreath hanger. I actually picked this up at Dollar Tree, so super easy to find. And then 3 different 1.5 inch ribbons to make your bow, because you're going to want to I put a bow on mine, and then I usually get a sign, so whatever theme you're kind of going with, pick a sign for that. This one's going to be a firefighter theme, so you'll see that sign at the end. But let's get started. The first thing is you're going to take that easy liner. It comes in a roll like this. This one is 12 by 10. You're going to want to cut it into 6 inches to start with. So like I took it, I cut it in half. So I cut it in half. Now once you've got it in half, you're going to then take it and do 3-foot sections. So I'm measuring out my 3 foot, and then I'm going to use the cutter. And basically, I'm going to do 6 of these in the black, and I'm going to do 6 in white. So I will start it back up once I have those cut. Okay, now that I've got all my 3-foot sections cut, I'm going to start putting them on my wire wreath hanger. So basically, you're going to take the section, and I folded it, can't see, I folded it in half, and I'm going to take my wire wreath, and you just put it around the bar. You put it around the bar, if you can see that right there, on the wire wreath, and just scrunch it up. And you just keep scrunching till you get that whole section in there. Then you just kind of flare it out once you have that on there. I usually look at the back, make sure I get it pulled through real well. Then I'm going to take another section of black and do the bottom wire here, or do that second to last wire, and basically do the same thing. I'm going to start scrunching it through there if I can get it started. Make sure you get it pulled all the way down there so that you have room to keep getting it scrunched. I found the 3-foot, cutting it in those 3-foot sections makes it nice and full. And one thing my mom and I found out when buying this easy liner is I know you can buy some at Dollar Tree that's a lot thinner. So it is going to take a lot more to do that, or to make your wreath have the right look. And of course, now my cat wants to come in here and say hi. just keep pulling this through till I get that section in. I always find the second line gets a little bit rougher because you've got that first line in there, so it's a little bit harder to pull it through. But then make sure, look at the back of it, just make sure I have it completely pulled through. And you can see first section's all done. Now I'm going to do this next section, I'm going to do it in the white. Taking my white liner, I'm going to do the same thing. Except I usually do, I don't know why I started that top one. I usually like the bottom, usually works better for me. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom and do the same thing. Okay, going to show you real quick. That's what the two sections look like. And now I'm going to just keep alternating. And I'll start back up once I've got that done so you can see what it looks like all put together. Okay, now I've got all my layers done. This is what they look like. So finish before I add my bow and my sign. This is what it looks like getting all the easy liner in. And that's, like I told you, just alternating colors. Now I have one done where we, instead of alternating, I did the alternating colors on top and on bottom as opposed to section by section. So kind of give you the look of what that looks like. Next I'm going to start making my bow. So I'm going to take the ribbon that I picked out, and like I said, this is a firefighter wreath, so I've got these 3 ribbons that I'm going to be using. And what I'm going to start by doing is taking my perfect tail here, and this one's the 12-inch, and I'm basically going to be cutting 2 24-inch pieces of ribbon, 2 of each one, for a total of 6. Okay, now I've got my ribbon all cut. Got 6 of them. Now I'm going to dovetail each one. So to do that, I'm going to take the end, fold it in half, and cut. So now that one's dovetailed. Do the same thing this end. So that's dovetailed. And I'm going to do that on all these ribbons. Now that I've got all the ribbons dovetailed, I'm going to grab my bow dabber here and use it to make my bow. So, got my little bow dabber. And I grabbed a zip tie that you slip in right there. Then I'm going to alternate each one. Grab it about 5 inches, kind of poof it up, and slide it down. Move it over so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Slide it down, and I am going to alternate. So I did that one. Grab. And I'm kind of poofing them as I'm doing it here. And I'm folding it in half as well. Folding it in half, grabbing that about 5 inches. Kind of poof it up. Set it down in there. just keep alternating, getting them all on here. This is the last one. Okay. Make sure my zip ties pulled through there. Now I've got them all on. I'm going to take the other piece of the Bodabra, slide it through here. That's what's going to, if you can't see, it's going to squish it down. Make sure it's kind of pressed there. Then I'm going to work my zip tie up through here and start. Now right now I'm not going to fasten it too tight because I want to be able to work with the ribbon, and I'm going to put a piece of wire in here so that I'll be able to attach it to the wreath. So for right now, I still want to leave it a little bit loose. But just tight enough to kind of keep them together. The way that one's going. Okay. And then take my piece of wire that I have right here. I'm going to slide it right through the twist tie. Okay. Then I'm just going to start, get the whatever out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Then just going to kind of use my fist and the ribbon to start kind of puffing it out. And just keep messing with the ribbon till you get it the way you kind of pay attention to. Now that I've got the wire in it, I can tighten it more. Now for me, I want to take this and I'm going to go ahead and look on my wreath where I want it to go. I'm going to stick that wire through here. I kind of use that bar, kind of move the liner a little bit, get that in there, and I'm going to start kind of tying it to get, doesn't have to be exact, just so I can start seeing where it is on the wreath, and mess with this bow a little bit more. Okay, now I've got my bow, I think pretty much fluffed out. So now I'm going to make sure, tighten it a little more before I cut. Then just cut that wire and my zip tie. They're all hidden up in there. So now I've got my bow, and I'm going to get my sign that I want to put on. This is the sign I'm going to use, and I've already hot glued some wire to the back so that I'll be able to attach it. And just like the bow, I'm going to that one. This is the final product, what it looks like. I will link to the materials below, and hope you enjoyed my video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it and you'd like to see more tutorials like this. Thanks.